So, my dear friends, welcome back to this channel. Through this channel, we are attaining to gain fluency in our English speaking. Okay, and I'm sharing my journey. My dear friends, fluency is not a magic. Okay, it's not a talent. It's a process, and every process takes time. But what we have to do is we have to break them into simpler, easier steps. Today, you and I will walk together slowly, gently, like a friend holding your hand. Okay, so my dear friends, in my today's video, I'm gonna share you some steps. I had already shared a lot of steps, okay, regarding the conversations, how to communicate fluently, and because those steps I had learned, and I am sharing everything whatever I am learning or whatever I am practicing, everything I am sharing here. Okay, many of us are waiting to learn everything, and in that waiting they lose many years. Whoever are waiting to become perfect, then believe me, no one can become perfect in every aspect. Of course it's impossible, because a lot of things will be there where you know that you will like, oh my god, these thing also I don't know. As I will repeat a sentence in my today's video also, that the more you know, the more you realize that you don't know. So be careful to wait. In my today's video, I am going to share some steps, because a lot of people are confused that to where we should start, because I was also like you once when I started my practice. First of all, the step number 1 is listening. My dear friends, when a child came on earth, at that time he don't know how to speak, but he listened continuously. Okay, so what we have to do is try to carefully listening. Okay, whatever how the people are speaking, try to notice their rhythm, tone, everything. So my dear friends, doing so at least for 10 minutes a day, believe me, can change you. Because I believe that consistency is more powerful than the intensity. Whatever we are learning, don't force yourself to do it today only. Break it into smaller steps and do it continuously, regularly. Okay, so now the step number 2 is repeat. Okay, first you had listened, then try to repeat. Train your tongue, adjust your mind. The brain starts to adjust, and this is how our fluency starts. Beginning of fluency is much more courageous. This takes time. But once you had started to build the courage to gain fluency in English speaking, then my dear friends, believe me, it's easier to move on, easier to continue. It is easier to move forward. Okay, so of course, in starting, we all feel shy. It makes us embarrassed. But every speaker once was a beginner, believe me, and every beginner feels shy. I too, so many times, I also feel shy, but I don't have to stop. Remember, in your mind also, we don't have to stop. And one thing, let me tell you, very important, that growth always feels uncomfortable. This line also I always keeps inside my brain whenever I feel stuck or whenever I feels like to stop. Then I remember one thing, that growth always feels uncomfortable. Yes. Step number 3 is very important. Do not try to memorize everything. Understanding the meanings. Okay, a lot of things are there. How much we can memorize them? So try to understand the meaning of one word and use it in your daily life conversation. And after understanding the meanings, start with your small sentences in your language, in English language, whatever you are trying to speak. But here we are only for English. So start with simple sentences. Yes, you believe that it's too easy, I should not speak like this, but in beginning, it's a threat. Don't think like this. Start with your simple sentences in which you are comfortable, whatever you had learned till now, start with them. Okay. as a house which is very strong is built by one brick. So remember this thought, one brick can build a strong house. Similarly, simple sentences makes a strong foundation in your speakings. When you are trying to speak, initially start with simple sentences. Okay, now let's move to our today's last step, that is very important. Always improve your mistake. We all make mistakes, but we don't notice them. Yes, we are like we are growing together. Okay, but we have to take a look back also to notice our mistake with ourselves, because if we don't notice our mistake, then other will notice and other will absolutely make use of you, or you can say other will laugh which you don't like. So you notice also, other are noticing, then leave them. Okay, but the important thing which I'm trying to speak is that always notice your mistake and try to improve with those mistakes. Mistakes are proof that we are learning, but for but we have to prove this by noticing our mistake and improve it, and don't try to make them again. Always believe in one sentence, is that fluency is not made in one big moment. It is built in 100 small moments. Okay, and here we are together trying to achieve them. And this was for today's video, and believe me, if you hadn't started your journey, then you can join my family where we are growing together. I am sharing whatever I'm learning, and I know that you related with my words. So, thanks for watching me till now. I will meet you in my upcoming video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.